All right, so this is the very front of a Rabbit pickup truck, which is the same as a Mk1 Golf, which is the same as a Mk1 Jetta, which is the same as a Citi Golf. The front suspension is exactly the same. This is a brand new Strut from ST Suspension. ST is part of KW. So the main difference between an ST and a KW suspension or Strut is this is anti-rust coated, whereas the KW is not, because it's stainless steel instead of this. Anyway, that's the big differences. Otherwise, yeah, same sort of springs where it's this polycarbon crazy whatever. Hope I didn't say that wrong. Anyway, on this car, I have a set of cheap coilovers, and when you hit a bump, it feels absolutely atrocious. So what I'm going to try and do right now, live during coronavirus, is install this in 20 minutes. I just tried to do it on the other side, live on Instagram, and it took me about 25 minutes, including torque settings, everything else. So 20 minutes, we'll start the counter up here, wherever it is, in just a moment. I just want to run through a couple of things very quickly. Here is all of the tools that I'm going to need. That is it. Some of these are doubled. Let's do this properly. Right. So this is everything that I'm going to need. A new strut mount made in Germany by Melee, one strut from ST. It comes very nicely with a new camber adjusting bolt. So yeah, this is the trick tool. This is a 22 millimeter O2 wrench. So that is really this. You'll see it in a minute. Let's see, 17 millimeter, 19 millimeters. Apparently that one's gone missing, so I have to find that. 6 millimeter Allen head. This is a must. 13s, you only really need one, but I grabbed two. Two 13s. Really should have a second 19, but whatever, we'll see if we can get by without it. Torque wrenches, yes, I have two. You don't need two, you only need one. It needs to be able to do between 15 foot-pounds, 20 newton meters, and 80 newton meters, 59 foot-pounds. All right, we're going to start the stopwatch. Yeah. So this is the old setup. It's, yeah, rides really, really bad. When you hit a bump, it's not worn out, it's fine, but it just rides like trash. I'm going to put you guys back on here, and then we're going to start this and just get down to business. That's more than enough of a YouTube intro. All right, we're at 3 minutes, 10 seconds into this video already. Where are we going to go? Right about there? Is that pretty good? All right, let's get this to a round number. 3 minutes 30, we're going to start at. 5, 4, 3, 2, 0, go. All right. First of all, it does come with a new nylon top nut, which is used once. So first of all, that comes off. Apparently I should have had a knife ready for this, but did not. Oh my God, really? I'm gonna lose this because I couldn't open a bag. All right, so there is a new strut mount. You can reuse your old ones. You would have to use, if it's an original suspension, you would have to use spring compressors. This is important. Pay attention to this bit. There is the top. This is the absolute correct way to assemble this. Directly on the top goes the new bearing strut assembly. Onto that goes this little spacer. If you don't have this, it's going to rattle. You can buy these, they're about $2 or even €2. So that now sits on there. On top of that goes a washer. This washer is $1.20 from your dealership. You need two of them. This is not a correct one. This is one I had sitting around. Put that on there. After that, you are ready to assemble it properly. So, nylon nut goes on. The insert might start to spin. If it does start to spin, this is where your special 22 millimeter socket comes in. So we're going to drop this on there. And as you can see, it allows you to put this on there. That is the correct assembly to do this. There's other ways to do it. They sell other tools for doing it, but these are really cheap. It's matches it perfectly. So now that goes on the top. This goes on there. And let's see which way it's going to go. There. All right. There is a torque setting on this. I can't adjust it and work fast, sorry. The torque setting is 20, nope, it's not. 70 Newton meters, 70 Newton meters, 52 foot-pounds. I should have started this at a round number. We're at 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Do not use an impact gun on this. That is how you blow out your bearing, and then you wonder why it went bad so quickly. So, this is set 52. Nope, that's the wrong one. 52. Yes, this one is set. Torque wrench, love them, use them, make sure and buy one. You should have one in your toolbox. Top tip, don't leave it in your toolbox set. It should be loose when you put it away. And this probably won't give me a click, but we'll see if it does. Okay, down to the ground we go. Crikey. Still here. Where are we at on time? 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay, so that is now assembled. This is loose enough there. I'm just going to take off the very nice new cam adjusting bolt. ST Suspension, they have the correct locator there for it, which is stupendous. Okay, I'm talking too much, not working enough. Next, 13 millimeter. Bear with me. I'm going to use this to take it off. I'm not going to use it to tighten it. 2 13 mils up here. 1, 2. Top tip. Down here. Let's drop down. Underneath, and we're just going to go sideways because we are in a rush. Okay, see I've got this jack stand. That is protecting the brake line, everything else from falling down and snapping. So in here, brake line comes out. Top is now loose. We've got 2 bolts here, 2 17s. My impact gun is not very strong, so let's do it with 2 ratchets. Okay, how are we doing? And that's the wrong way. Oh, hey, there's my other socket. Okay, that's 1 done. And yeah, 17. Gonna use an extension just to give myself less of a chance of busting my knuckles when this breaks free. How are we at? We're coming up to 5 minutes. My Mk1 does not have a steering lock on it, so the steering is turning while I'm doing this. All right, there we go. See if I can get in there with the gun. So I'm going to retain one of these bolts for putting it back together. Oh, and there was a washer. Okay, yep, they do have washers, so that's good. We're going to put that back on. And the top one is the camber bolt. They do show in the manual which way it's meant to be aligned, but I like to have the bolts going backwards because there's less chance of it falling out. This is fighting me. There we go. I don't care about this upper bolt, so I'll be right back with a big freaking hammer. Or actually a little hammer, because I'm just going to tap it out. Don't tap out a bolt that you want to reuse. That is a bad... Wow, I'm sure that was very loud for you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, done. Okay, so the strut is now loose from the bearing housing. We got to go back up top and undo the 13 millimeters there. Gonna use the gun one-handed. Where are we at on time? 7 minutes. Holy crap. I just dropped a bolt. Did not want to do that. That might kill me on time. So yeah, these are the 2 bolts. Here is the other one. Oh wow, my challenge might just have failed because I dropped a nut. And I said bolts up here, I do mean nuts. There's 2 13 mils. There we go, strut out. There is one of the nuts, but I just lost the other one. Okay, I'm gonna deal with that afterwards once we get everything else done. Right now it is new suspension in. So we have the top assembled, bottom is all open there. Oh man, I can't believe I dropped that. So we're gonna start at the top. From the inside, those 2 go in and up. You just rotate it, they bolt, the studs pop through. Hand tight will do. Or will it, because I've lost one. We're gonna see what happens when you drop a nut. If you are a flat rate mechanic, you do not want to do that. Or if you're trying to do a suspension install in 20 minutes, you probably don't want to do that. Where are we at? 9 minutes. So I'm just grabbing a magnet and I'm gonna go fishing. If you're watching this later, I would suggest just skipping this bit. Right, back on here you go, because we're going to get back down to business. So, top mount torque wrench. Let's see. The top is 20 Newton meters, which is 15 foot-pounds. Which is, let's see, we are 15 is not a heck of a lot. So spin this to hits the number, lock it down to the bottom. Torque wrench is ready. Any idea how difficult it was for me to find a torque wrench in Brazil when I was doing the Severo there? It was nigh on impossible. Ratcheting torque wrenches are also really nice. I don't use it for anything else except torquing, but ready for the click. There it is. So that is done. Now back down here. Again, we've got our very nice KW. See that cutout there? It matches the washer cutout. And that's what allows you to rotate the bolt and adjust the camber. And very nicely, as you can see there, the ST suspension and the KWs have the spot on there that it rotates within. So that's that installed. It's always a little annoying getting the washer on because you've got to match the cutout. Okay, that is on. Next, we are doing the nylon use one nut. And then the bottom bolt, I am going to reuse on the later cars. If it's a green bolt, you are not meant to reuse them. On the Mark 1s, to heck with it. Washer on both sides. Not. How are we doing on time? 13. So we are at 12 minutes. Not bad. Okay, so we've also got to replace, see right here, we've got the brake line. That should have a nice little clip, a rubber grommet that just pushes on there. We are done. The KW is 19 millimeters on one side and 17 on the other. And this is also going to be torqued properly in just a moment. I should have had a timer that I could see because doing the mathematics is difficult. I don't want to hit the outside of my finger there, really. So you can see as I'm turning it, it's actually, let's get rid of that. That noise is terrible. Yeah. There we go. When you turn the head on the left for the bolt there, it changes the camber with it. And that's what makes it so neat on that bolt, but also neat on the ST suspension housing that it rotates in there instead of having to jam a screwdriver or something else. I should have used an impact to get this started. We're almost there. We'll talk amongst ourselves while we're doing this. So what's my target? 23:30. Like 6 minutes still, apparently. I did take the wheel off. I don't know if that's cheating. It's only 4 bolts and everyone knows how to do that. Okay. So we'll switch back to the 17 for the original bolt on the bottom. Should have some music playing in the background. Okay. Do I like using extensions on a torque wrench? No, I do not. Am I going to? Yes, I am. Wheel bearing housing to strut. This is 59 foot-pounds or 80 Newton meters. So let's see. We were at 52. That is 59 adjusted on that. And we're going to spin on the other side. There we go. Very satisfying click. You've never used a torque wrench? Oh, and I need the 19 on it. There are multiple different types. The old school has a bar that flexes and one that stays still and you just watch for it. This one is a click. So you set it to the torque that you want and push. And it clicks when you hit it. So that is now completely done down there. How long do I have? 4 minutes and 20 seconds to find this stupid nut. Oh my gosh. Am I actually going to make you guys sit through this? What a moron. Or as Bugs Bunny would say, what an ultramaroon. I know where it's gone. I just can't find it down there. So I'm a cheat. I'm going to steal it off the other side so that I can make this challenge because that is cheating, but fine with that. So I will impact off. You should not impact on either. Definitely do not impact the upper strut bearing. Do not do it. It might spin. You might have to go get that special spark plug tool. There's other ways to do it as well, but do not do it. That is how you break them. It's a bad habit. Yes, it will work. Yes, it probably will be fine, but it's just too easy not to do it. So yeah, really don't. There we go. I'm taking my time now. Look at all the time we have. So again, this one is 20 Newton meters, 15 pounds, which we are set to. And that's why you don't use a gun, because that just hit its number really fast. That was going very gently on it. So I'm gonna loosen off a little bit. Ready? And that's it. Back one is done. No, didn't do the back one. There we go. Hear it? You see the flex there. Well, where are we at? 21 minutes minus 3, 18 minutes. Exactly. Done. So, to recap, take your wheel off, those 4. You've got 2 here. The ST, the KWs, they do come with new camber bolts, and they do have this very nice camber adjusting part, so you can see the offset bolt there. That's awesome. Make sure this comes out. Again, have this supported underneath. This does have the weight on it. Because I had coilovers on before, I was able to have that there. If you don't have a jack, put it on the jack stand, support it. You don't want to tear your brake line, you don't want to stress your CV, you don't want to stress all your joints down there. Up top, 2 13 millimeters. Remember, in here, it is bearing, wider spacer, narrower spacer, then the nylon nut, which is used once. Torque it properly. I will put the torque settings on here afterwards. Total video, we are now at 19 minutes 50 seconds. So I'm gonna cut it off. That is how you do it. Big thank you to the Suspension Source and Glenn. They have the STs available. They were very nice to me, and I got a front only because they had another customer, Glenn actually, that used the rears on something else. This is a Rabbit pickup truck made here in Pennsylvania. If you have a Citi Golf, if you have a Mk1 Jetta, if you have a Cabriolet Mk1, if you have a Rabbit GTI, anything Mk1 A1 chassis, this is exactly the same installation. I hope this helped. We are now at 19 minutes and 50 seconds. Job done, apart from that bolt nut that I lost. I'll go find that now. Anyway, hope this helps. Check your torque settings. Be nice to it. Be nice to one another. Goodbye.